Good evening, good evening. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, beautiful people? Welcome to another Wednesday Faith-Based Workplace Live. Welcome. This gonna be another one of those another one of those things. Hey, if you missed the live from last week, man, go check that out. That one was called, let me put it up right quick, No Excuses to Get Your Healing. So check that one out. I actually went a bit long on that one. I think I went like a little bit over 3 hours, but check that one out if you haven't checked that one out. Shannon probably put it in the chat. If you ain't catch that one, you missed out on a good one. So thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Thank y'all for being here each and every week. Just showing love and support and, being here, so you could be anywhere, it's Wednesday, you can be anywhere. And see, I got my scapegoat Narc Free Living shirt on. Shannon is in, my wife, she's in the chat. We can talk a little bit about scapegoat on this one, because, we're talking about the narcissistic family and triangulation in the family, but, all the different characters also. So, again, you want to get a shirt like this or any one of the other shirts that she have. My favorite right now is Save Not Soft, because a lot of people think us as Christians or Christ followers, they think we soft and we won't tell them something, but God's still working on me. That's all I got to say about that. But how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Let me see who all in here. I see, let's see. Let me go to this right here first before we even get all the way going. Hey, how you doing, Jasmine? Welcome, Jasmine in here. See Brother Rizzo in here. How you doing, brother? My wife is in here, of course. Narc Free Living. Joy, I know my sister working out. She said she had the gym. Joy be getting her workout on. That's what I need to do. I need to get in the gym too, sis. How you doing, Christine? Welcome. Thank you for being here. She said, hey, Terry here. How you doing? Charlene, how you doing? Welcome. Okay. Dr. G, how you doing, Dr. G? Lyris is in the house. Who else we got in here? One Love. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Lolita Washington? Welcome. Good evening to you as well. Again, as y'all come in, just hit the like button. It helps out with the algorithm and helps get the video out to more people. Like I said, we're still growing. I thank God for one subscriber or however many we end up with, but thank God that we continue to grow. We continue to reach more people, and that's because of you. So give yourself a round of applause, because the channel is actually, it's really growing. You can see the growth. I was talking to Shannon and talking to Rizzo about this the other day, that way you can see the difference in how, once you dedicate, everything to God and you just start putting, focus and stop doubting God and letting God do his thing, things start to take off. And that's what's going on right now. So thank y'all again, like I said, for being here. So it's always good. Let me see. Here we go. So I wanted to say first, Shannon, this is all our stuff. Narc Free Living. Narc Free Living is growing. If you ain't been over there, which I know most of y'all have, but if you watching the replay and, if you ain't been on Shannon's channel lately, that's my wife's channel, go subscribe over there. Like I said, you can get shirts. Follow on Instagram. She's killing it on TikTok right now. Her YouTube channel is like on explosion mode right now. How you doing, Stephanie Burt? Welcome. She's doing a lot of things. There's a lot of godly things that we're doing, and we trying to come together and do some different things as well. So just keep us in prayers. We pray for you as well. Real quick, my stuff, you want to follow me, same thing, TikTok, website, here on YouTube. You ain't follow me and you missing out, follow me and turn on all notifications, whoever you following. Also, Joy is in the house. Pink Girl Teaches. She has a YouTube as well. Follow our sister over there as well, because you just you're gonna miss out. You know what I'm saying? Shannon usually live Saturday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Joy, I think, is Sunday, 6:15 p.m. Joy had a phenomenal message on Sunday. So, it's always good to, go out and check out these channels and different things that, people have going on. So, again, thank y'all for being here. Domestic violence. We get all the house announcements out the way. Domestic violence. If you're dealing with domestic violence, if you're a man or a woman, this is the number 1-800-799-SAFE. Once again, that's 1-800-799-SAFE. And that's if you're a man or a woman that's dealing with domestic violence, because a lot of people think it's just women deal with it, but men deal with domestic violence as well. How you doing, Tiffany Walls? Welcome. Men deal with it as well. I'm hit y'all with a quick little intro, because I need to do something right quick. It's only gonna be 20 seconds, and then we'll be right back, and we're gonna get this message going. So hold on, let me take this off the screen, and let me do the intro, and here we go. right, we back, family. Hey, for y'all that don't know, I actually created that intro myself. I can see, man of many hats. I can do a few different things, but let's get this one started. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to get right into this one. As I said, I'm wearing my shirt, Scapegoat, because we're going to talk about this a little bit. We're going to talk about the different dynamics of a narcissistic family, and you know how we do over here. I don't know if this is going to be one of the ones where we laugh at or not, but this is a serious discussion, as it is each and every week. So we're going to break this down the best way I know how. And we just pray that the Holy Spirit takes over and we just keep moving through this. So bear with me as we unpack this whole thing. So let's get right into it. So narcissistic triangulation in families, the truth. So let's go ahead and break this down. You know, I like to get down to the nitty gritty so we all on the same page. And every time I go, you know, define these words and look at the definitions, you know, I get a clear understanding of exactly what it is, because, you know, you got the definition, what you've heard, you got the definition, what you might know, but then you got the definition that you should know. And I think when you do your research, you get more into the definition of kind of, you know, what's going on. So let's break down triangulation first. Triangulation: when one or both of the people involved in the conflict try to pull a third person into the dynamic, often with the goal of what? Deflecting some of the tension. We see this all the time in families. Let me pull this down just a little bit. We see this all the time in the workplace. You'll see it all the time because people will use other people to their benefit only to use both people because they're only trying to pit the people against each other. I've said this before. Shannon talked about this before as well. It's like the It. If you ever watch It, the clown, he pit the children against each other to try to strike fear into them. So it's no difference than the narcissist or a little gullible clown or a goofball or jolly joker in a family. You got to realize that some of these people are only out to destroy the family dynamics. They don't even care about family. Yes, they might have 5, 6, 7 children and have a marriage and everything on the outside. To us, it looks good. You see the beautiful home, you see the nice cars, you see the curb appeal, you know, the yard looks nice. You're like, this family is always, you know, they doing good stuff. They doing good in the community. But like I said before, and I'll continue to say this, what you don't see what happens behind closed door. Once that front door is closed and that back door is closed and those doors are locked and it's midnight, you don't really understand what's going on until the police is called and something is happening at home. And then you get kind of an understanding of kind of what's going on. Now, do you think they narcissists? Maybe not, but I'm just saying, you know, this triangulation and how the mom will pit the children against the dad or vice versa, you know, the dad against the mom. That's just how triangulation works. So let's move a little bit further into this. So see, it's a difference. So you got triangulation, but then what is narcissist triangulation? So it's a little bit different because we're talking about narcissists. So it's when a toxic or manipulative person, often a person with strong narcissistic traits, brings a third person into their relationship in order to remain in control. See, the end of it was similar because they still bringing in a third person. That's where you get the triangle from. But the beginning, if you look at just triangulation and narcissist triangulation, it says when a toxic or manipulative person, often a person with narcissistic trait. See, it's a difference. So the narcissist, people always ask, well, do the narcissists know what they're doing? Yes, they do. It's clear as day. Yeah. It's when a toxic person bringing a third person to use that third person to manipulate the second person. Flying monkeys, enablers, there you go. Smear campaign, all this stuff is out of that. Even in families, you have smear campaigns. So let's not act like it just happens in the workplace or something like that. It happens. I don't want to mess up your name, but I'm going to say Royal. How you doing, Royal? Welcome. I don't want to mess up your first name. I see. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So you have to understand that when someone is narcissistic and they have those traits and they do what we call in triangulation, they in the family dynamics. And I told you, it doesn't matter if it's the mom, it doesn't matter if it's the dad, it does not matter if it's the child. Hey, how you doing, Shannon L? Welcome. These people will use other people in the family against people in the family. Okay, y'all might not understand what I just said. Let me break this down a little bit further. So the mom will use her daughter that's 19 against her husband only to get her way. And sometimes it's simple things. But what happens when we get a little bit deeper and it's not as simple as manipulating the husband on where to go eat? No, we going deeper than that. So we talking about, let's say the wife is cheating and the daughter finds out about it. For her not to tell the husband, she's going to buy the daughter things and do things for the daughter only so the daughter will be on her side. So she's manipulating that child into doing things that she wants. So it's foolish if you think about it, but it works. But we all know also what we do in the dark is also going to come to the light. So at some point and sometime, it don't matter how much the daughter and the mother hide things from the dad, something is going to happen to where the dad is going to find out. Ask me how I know. So you got to look at how evil that is, and how, I don't know, it's something about when a person uses another person to their advantage. And we're not talking about just, like I said, simple things. We're talking about evil and demonic things. You hiding, you covering up cheating, you're covering up, different things in the family, but you using a child or you using a spouse to, we're gonna get a little bit deep. Hold on. Let's see. Let's get into our first Bible verse so we can. So this one, it says, abstain from every form of evil. It didn't say some forms. It didn't say a few of the forms. It says abstain from every form of evil. See, it doesn't matter if it's the mama or dad, and I don't care if they're a pastor or a bishop, and if they're in a church, we talk about this a lot. It doesn't matter if they in the pulpit Sunday in, Sunday out, and then it comes Wednesday, they in the pool. It doesn't matter who they are, what their title is, what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what their title is. If they're a churchgoer, if they're the deaconess, if they're the pastor, if they're just the mom or dad, it doesn't matter. So we get caught up in titles, and we go watch the video from last week. We want to give people excuses or second chances and things like that. But you have to realize that when it comes to a narcissistic family and triangulation, the family could be right in the church as well. Because think about it, if the pastor is narcissist, he's not only using his wife or maybe his children in that family, but we like to call church a family. So if we call in church a family, think how many, y'all see what I'm going to think how many people he's using inside the church home for his own supply. Just think about it for a second. So if you got 5,000 members, I mean, I'm a numbers guy, but I hate to see how many people are being manipulated by the pastor. And I know y'all like, well, why are they always talking about pastor? Y'all don't like church. It's not that I do not like church. It's not that I don't like the four-wall church. I just don't like people doing stupid stuff. And that's in any circumstance. It don't matter if you're in the church. It don't matter if you're in the White House. It doesn't matter if you're in my house or your house. If I know you and we supposed to be friends and you turn out to be a narcissist, well, guess what? I don't like you. So that's the end of that. So don't get on me on he always talking about church. Talk about church because a lot of us go to church, and we need to be aware that just because the pastors up there preaching, that don't mean that he's not a narcissist. Now, am I saying all pastors are narcissists? No, that's not what I'm saying. Just like all people in the world are not narcissists, but we all know that they have a lot of people in the world that are narcissists. So when you come to triangulation, when you're doing it in the church and it's a church family, see, I thought I was going to talk about your family or my family. No, we're going to talk about all the families. So if you're in the, how you go to work and they always say, we got a family atmosphere. I've been in these places where they say it's a family atmosphere. And let me tell you, if that's what they consider family, I hate to see what the enemies and stuff like that is, because the family is doing everything they can to destroy you and hold you down. And hey, how you doing? Love, peace, welcome. They doing everything within their power to stop you from getting where you need to go, but they want to say they family. No, you just another number. Just like in the family dynamics of a regular family, you just a person that's providing supply or providing things to the narcissist. Let's go a little bit further. Hold on. So if the mom or dad are narcissists in the family, there's reason to believe that narcissistic triangulation will take place within the family. That's my theory. I mean, if you think about it, if the mom or dad or both are narcissists, there's reason to believe that narcissistic triangulation will take place within that family. I'm talking about, if they have children or aunts or the mom. It don't have to just be the children. It could be the mom that don't even stay in the house, but the narcissist is going to use his own mother against his wife. Ask me how I know. It's just how it works. I mean, it's triangulation, but that's how it works. So you got to realize that when people are basically just evil to the core. And they don't really like you. And we all think that everybody loves us. I had to learn that alone. Everybody don't love you. Let's just get that plain and simple. So it could be your own mom or dad and they don't love you. And it's reason behind it. It goes back to their childhood traumas and their insecurities, but that's for another subject. We're just talking about the narcissistic family dynamics and how triangulation plays a huge role in it. I think we don't talk about it enough. We talk about narcissists. We talk about the moms and the dads, but we want to talk about how the narcissists use the people in the family. That's when you'll have a son or a daughter fighting for their parent and not realizing that you're fighting a battle that the narcissist has started. Does that make sense? If I'm making sense, just let me know, because I want to make sure we're on the same page. I'm not making sense. We can revisit this, but I just want to make sure we all on the same page when I'm talking about this with the triangulation and how the mom and the dads or the children, they'll use that triangulation and destroy the whole family. So, okay, I see people say you make it. Okay. Tiffany say, oh, my mom can't stand me. Can't stand me. See, so her own mom can't stand. See what I'm saying? So, again, I don't know her mom. I'm going by what Tiffany telling us. So you got to look at the dynamics of the family. It's bad when your own mom or your own father does not like you, but they manipulate the brothers and sisters or the husband, which is your father, not to like you. You see where I'm going with that? So now you got a whole family that doesn't like you because of one individual. It's always one. It's always one person that's in charge of everything. Or what they call them, the mamas, they call them the matriarch. You know, a lot of people like to throw that word around. Oh, the mom, she's the matriarch. Nah, she a narcissist. I don't know about all the matriarch. And I'm not saying every woman that's a matriarch. That's not what I'm saying. But we talking about narcissistic triangulation in the family. So what I'm saying is sometimes these families, they want to put the mother on a pedestal and say that she is the matriarch of the family, or the patriarch, whatever you call it. Okay. The lie detector determined that is a lie. Who appointed you to that position? Did we vote on this? I mean, we just whatever. But don't get me started with that. But yeah, these people do all these evil things and put people on pedestals, and they want you to come to them and ask them questions and want you to drive to their city, and you know they won't come to your city, but you got to go to them because they the mom and they the daddy, and it's manipulated. Then they'll tell the other family, well, see, he's not coming to visit us like he used to because. So I can talk about this so good because it's happened to me. So you got to realize that they'll have everybody in your family hating you because of a decision that you made. And the decision you made might be, I want to go no contact with my mom, or maybe I went no contact with my father. Or maybe I just started talking to my father. When I say my father, I'm talking about God. So they don't like that. But it's funny how they don't like that you talking about, I want to have a relationship with my father, talking about God, but they go to church every Sunday. So somebody in this chat, please make that make sense. Because if you can talk about God every Sunday and you can read Bible verses, but when I start talking about it, oh, we got a whole, everything is different. Somebody, please make this make sense. I don't understand it. It just it doesn't make sense because they talk about God. Think about all the posts you've seen from your parents or people in your family. They talk about, they just dropping Bible verses left and right and reciting scripture left and right. They doing a little 1 minute video of the pastor preaching and they doing stuff where they giving back food, just making they self seem. See, it's all about self. You got to remember that word. See, it's all about them. It's not really about him. It's about them. And when I say him, I'm talking about God. See, it's not about them. It's about them manipulating the system and using triangulation the best way they can to trick everybody else in the family to not like you. Because see, if they can have you off on an island, hey, how you doing, Michelle LeDuc? If they can have you off on an island by yourself, that's what the narcissists want. Hey, that's what Satan wants. That's what the devil wants. Whatever name you want to use for them, that is what they want. So therefore, again, how is it that if I talk about God and I talk about my relationship with my father and I start telling people about, narcissist abuse from a biblical perspective, oh, all your family just stop talking to you. But as long as they talking about God and talking about what they feel about God, oh, everything is hunky-dory. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't, like they say, the math is not math and something not adding up. Because it should be, we all can talk about God and share our different experiences. And if you just so happen to be a narcissist or, I'm talking about a narcissist and you don't like what I'm saying, we can agree to disagree, but why should we have to put the person out on an island. I'm just saying, I don't understand that. Nobody can make me understand that. Actually, maybe I need to have a conversation with a narcissist. I'm not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So moving forward, so Satan uses demons all the time to control people. I got in parentheses, narcissists. So narcissists control people like you and myself. I'm gonna read this again. Let's make sure we're on the same page. So Satan uses demons all the time to control people. Narcissists. He controls other people too, but we're talking about narcissists. So narcissists control people like you and I. So we're going back to the family dynamics again, because that's what this video about. So let's go back to narcissistic triangulation. So if Satan is using the narcissist and the narcissist is trying to control you or I, that goes back to triangulation again. So we got Satan, we got the narcissist, and you got one of us, triangulation. Y'all see where this coming from? So don't get it just twisted on. It's just the narcissist and your mom is the narcissist and she's controlling you. Nah, we can go a little bit deeper and say, no, it's Satan controlling your mama or your daddy and they controlling you. So therefore, now on the flip side, I guess, I don't know what you would call that, because it wouldn't be triangulation any further, because then it's a fourth person, because now you teaming up with your mama, which you actually teaming up with Satan, and then you going against your father or your cousins or your brother. You see where I'm going with this? So I guess at that point, it would no longer be triangulation. But you see where I'm going with this. It starts with Satan, it goes to the narcissist, and the narcissist goes to you, triangulation, and then when you bring in that other person that your mama really wants you to go against, boom, there you go. Now we got what they like to call live action. I'm just saying. So just think about that for a second. Moving along. So narcissistic families, the need of the parents are the focus, and the children are expected in various ways to meet those needs and preferences. How many of y'all been through this? I mean, say yes, I have, or I know I have. Think about it. I'm gonna read it one more time. Narcissistic families, this is defined. The needs of the parents are the focus, and the children are expected in various ways to meet those needs and preferences. So it doesn't matter what the child needs. It doesn't matter what college the child want to go to. It doesn't matter what coloring book the child wants to do. It's all about the mom and the dad and manipulation and triangulation. Hey, how you doing, HT? So if you put all them agations together, we need to have an investigation too, because these families, like I said, they evil as they come. And on the outside looking in, you'll just see the cars and the house and all this nice stuff, but you don't see, or you don't understand, or some of y'all don't want to understand, depending on who you're asking, what's going on behind those closed doors. We're going to go a little bit deeper. Hold on. So the quick question. So what I just said about narcissistic families, does it sound familiar? Sounds familiar to me. Whether I've seen it or been in it, and I heard some of y'all stories, it sounds, I'm going to put it back on the screen again. So narcissistic families, the needs of the parents, it didn't say the needs of the children, the needs of the parents are the focus, and the children are expected in various ways to meet those needs and preferences. Somebody help us, please, because think how many families they have. What it is 7 point whatever billion people on this planet. And think about all the families that have a narcissist in charge, the matriarch or the patriarch, whatever you want to call them. But that person is in charge, and they sitting there triangulating different people against. So they're using their little flying monkeys and enablers in the family. It's bad. That's bad. So that's why I say, does it sound familiar? Does it sound familiar? It sounds familiar to me. I'm gonna read a couple more, and I'm gonna jump into the chat. I see the chat rolling over here. So the truth is, narcissistic families come in all shapes, colors, and sizes. See, some people like to think, oh, narcissists are only men. The lie detector determined that's a lie, because we wouldn't have a covert Jezebel female narcissist. I dropped a short on that today. If you ain't watched it, it's on TikTok and it's also on YouTube. I'm just saying. You also have narcissistic children. You have people that's narcissists in different religions and different walks of life. So I don't care if they're from Mexico, Canada, Australia, Great Britain, you name it. I guarantee they got narcissists somewhere over there on that land. You can go to every state, every city, every county, even in Louisiana, we do parishes, every parish, and I guarantee once we start doing some investigating, we're going to realize that it's narcissists in every state of the United States. And then we move around and we go to these different places and we'll do a deep dive and look at narcissistic triangulation in families, and we'll realize that it's more families that are destroyed. Let me say this differently. It's more families that are broken up. Okay, I'll say something that y'all understand. It's more families that are no contact in this whole world than it is there's families that's actually together. I'm going to say that one more time because I want to make sure y'all catch it. So it's more families that are no contact in this world than it is families that are together. Now, we're only looking at the people that's on, like, in our life and things like that, but we got to think big scale. Think about all the people that don't even talk about narcissists. Think about all the people that don't know about narcissists. Think about all the people that just found out about narcissists today. They just found out an hour ago that their mama of, they 40 years old, just found out their mama a narcissist. They just found out their father a narcissist today. So think about where they mind, and think about where you was when you found out what a narcissist was, and think about when they start thinking about all the childhood drama and all these things and, the family dynamics, and you wonder why you don't talk to this family member anymore. Oh, it's a reason behind it. It ain't that family member is just not liked. It's that the narcissist use everybody in the family to put them out on the island. I'm just saying. So think about large scale on narcissists. So again, the truth is narcissistic families come in all shapes, colors, and sizes. And this to all the people that always ask or always say or always, they say these little things. Well, why are you always talking about men? I did a video about that too. And like I said, if you follow me for any amount of time, you'll realize that I talk about it all. I talk about children. I talk about men. I talk about women. It doesn't matter if you're narcissist, you're a narcissist. It doesn't matter if you female or male, or it doesn't matter. You just a narcissist. Just saying. They act like narcissists only relate to men, or narcissists only relate to, it goes, it's a spirit. You got to realize it's a spirit. It's an evil spirit. It's a demonic spirit that attaches themselves to a host. So when you look at it that way, it could be any one of us. It could be anybody. And I always have this thing that I always say, see, you got your inner circle. That's the people that you love and probably stay in your house. And you might have a few other people that's in your inner circle. But then you got your outer circle. So you'll let some of them people in. But then you start realizing these people are narcissistic. So you got to kick them out. But then you got what I call your outer circle. And see, they still have people in there. But these people think that somehow that we're friends. But like I've said before, and I'll say it again, we never was friends. We were associates, and that doesn't matter if I work with you or talk to you 1 or 2 times in the course of the last 3 years. That never meant that we were friends, but people get it misconstrued thinking that you're friends, especially when you're in a narcissistic family. See, I'm about to give you a news flash. See, in families, follow me, in families, the family think that everybody should get along and everybody should be friends. I'm here to tell you that everybody in the family don't get along and everybody not friends. So make that make sense. But again, in a narcissistic family, they thinking that everybody should help everybody with everybody problems. And I don't agree with that, because sometimes these people need to go to through their own problems, because God is maybe trying to show them something. But that's for another story. We'll talk about that another day. But just think about what I'm saying. So if you're one of the ones that want to help everybody that's down and out and they just lost their job and give them a place to stay and want to let them borrow your car and all this stuff, and then your mama calling you, oh, go ahead, let them borrow the car. Your dad calling you, why don't you just give them $200? Heck, why don't you let them borrow your doggone brand new car? Why don't you give them the $200? Because I know you might be getting disability, but you're getting money. So why are you worried about counting my pockets over at my house? But I'm just saying, forgive me, but it happens, and it happens a lot, because the father and the mother will use the children to continue being supplied. Hey, how you doing, Deborah? No, welcome. So that's just how that works. So if you're in that, just think about what I'm saying. So they're always calling you to do these different things. Enough is enough. It's time to say, you know what? How about you start taking care of them? How about you stop giving them my number or telling them to call me for money or telling them to call me? I'm going to let them borrow my car. Ain't nobody ever said that. Even though if I did it before, I'm not doing it anymore. So it really doesn't matter. I'm just saying. But again, when you're dealing with a narcissistic triangulation and the family dynamics, the mom and dad will manipulate you into thinking that you're actually helping the family, but really you're hurting the family. It's the other H, because you helping them so much that God looking at you like, if you keep on, I'm going to stop. See, y'all want me to go there. See, God looking at you like, you keep helping them. I wanted them to lose that car. I wanted them to lose that job, because maybe, if it ain't maybe, because God know what he's doing. It's not a maybe. I changed that. God, like, I want them to lose that job, or I want them to lose that house, or I want them to lose that car, because I know when they fall down, there's nobody else they can call on but me. But if you keep helping them, I'm going to stop blessing you, because, see, you're not understanding the manipulation and the triangulation that's going on in your own family dynamic. So if you keep on doing what you're doing, now I'm going to have to, see, I told y'all before, it's nothing, it ain't nothing like a godly whipping. So God will whip your brother and sister and turn around and get you a couple of licks too, because you being foolish. You want to help all these people do all these things. When you gonna stop? They're a grown man, they're a grown woman. Some of them older than you, but we want to help them. We want to be Captain Saver, you know what? But God didn't tell us to do that. He didn't tell us to help all these doggone people. For what? Let me jump in the chat right quick. Let me see what y'all talking about. He didn't tell us to do all that. Enough is enough with that. So if you're doing that, you might want to now go to God. I ain't saying listen to me. Go to God and ask God, hey, should I stop giving them all my money, or letting them borrow my car, or letting them sleep in my house every time they come to town? Guess what? Usually, about 95% of the time, Shannon, I just had to discuss, when I travel, I don't really want to stay at nobody's house. I like staying in a hotel, having my own. So if you got somebody always ain't never got the funds to stay at a hotel, and they need gas money to get back home, maybe your butt shouldn't have came to the house. I'm just saying, you got to get them gas money to get back home. Man, what is this? But again, the mom or the dad gonna manipulate you. Go ahead, give them $50. They down. Well, if they down, they should have never came down here. Somebody could have cashed out them $50 and they could have stayed their dirty behind at home. Yeah, I said it. But again, there goes that triangulation. Got you giving them $50 to get back home. Okay. All right, let me jump in the chat. Let me see. HT say, my aunt that stopped talking to my grandmother for years, speaks to others but her, mistreated her on her deathbed, now boasting that she's in charge of the funeral and she should be referenced. See, it's comments like this, and it makes me, you know what? Just because your aunt thinks she's the matriarch, patriarch, whatever word title she wants to use, you ain't in charge of nothing. It couldn't be in my family dynamics. I ain't telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what I do. Like, man, look here. I tell you what, you can be in charge of nothing. Be in charge of yourself. But nobody go see you. Usually in family dynamics like that, nobody go stand up to that person because she's the matriarch, or they're not going to tell her anything. They let her get away with the, oh, that's just Aunt such and such. Now, you better tell Aunt such and such something, because Aunt such and such going to have y'all in a situation. Where y'all fighting over the house. Because see, what happens is, and that's something, not that we didn't talked about this, or we talking about this. See, a lot of families, when somebody passes away, older generation, they'll have something where they give to the family. It'd be a house, a car, land, cows, whatever the case is, But it's aunts and uncles and moms and dads that will take that and never tell the children or people about that, and want to keep it for themselves, knowing good and well that in the will, so that's something about wills last night on Shannon. Check out Shannon thing on Tuesdays on Clubhouse. There's something about wills and everything. See, in the will, it said it was to this person. But see, you'll never find out, because guess what? They done already made you an outcast. You already went no contact with them, but yet and still, your grandmother, your grandfather, whoever seen something in you, they didn't talk to the family themselves, but you'll never hear that story. I'm just saying. See, they older, so they can't defend for themselves. They can't fend for themselves, so people still go over their house on Thanksgiving and all these different things. I ain't looking at them like, why y'all even here? I don't even like none of y'all, but they not going to say it, because I'm just saying. Now, some of them will. It just depends. But, yeah, these aunts like this, yeah, okay. All right. All right, let me see. Let me go down. Let me see what else we got in here. Oh, this HT said, another say the enablers, all 9 of her siblings gave her control of the funeral. The enabling the flying monkeys, they would do that. They would give them control. Rizzo said, we understand that this topic can be supercharged with him. Okay, thank you, Rizzo. Rizzo, he doing this thing. Thank you, brother. I can't read all the comments, but Let me see. I see Shannon comment coming up. So Jasmine say Norfolk living. Okay, respectful fire them with the police. Okay. All right, let me read this one. My wife said people on HGTV always buy houses for when family comes over. I'm laughing because I'm about to go somewhere with this. I'm glad she put in there. Buying a whole home for when people come over 1 to 3 times a year. Think about this. Y'all, for y'all that don't know, I'm a real estate agent. So let me let you in a little bit of my life. So you got people, like she's talking about HGTV or just people in general, people, you know, they buy homes. Now, we know interest rates are high. We know houses are high. We know food and everything, gas, everything is high. Although gas did fall a little bit in my area, but that's for another, it's all high. So everything is high. Everything is on the rise right now. So why am I going to buy an extra bedroom? Because see, the difference between a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house compared to a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath house, because usually when they do a 4, they do a 3. See, now you add an extra 50, 60, 70 grand on that house, depending on, and then like Shannon said, they only come to your house 1 or 3 times a year. And go back to what I just said, y'all need to get a hotel room. Why you got to sleep at all these people out, man? Go get a hotel room, and we ain't got to worry about buying this extra room for when you might come. And then guess what? If we have a falling out or I go no contact, now I just got an extra room that I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm just saying, so you got this high house note that you paying, call it a mortgage, and we doing all these things for somebody that's going to come over 1, 2, 3 times a year. That's Christmas, Thanksgiving, and they might come down there for, you know, around the summertime just to come visit, eat up all your food, drink all your liquor, your juice, or whatever you got in your house. Whatever you got, they go do it. Ask me how I know. That's what they do. I'm just saying. So stop doing that. I ain't telling y'all what to do, but stop doing that, buying these extra rooms and bathrooms for when family come by. They got hotels. Last time I checked, they got hotels all over the place. All over. I don't care what city you go to. Even the smallest town got a hotel. It might be a motel, but they got somewhere where this person can stay. And matter of fact, they got other family members where they can stay too. Why they got to be at my house all the time? I'm just saying. But y'all do what y'all want to do. I can't tell y'all what to do. Y'all grown men and women. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. I'm Miss Raw talking to my wife. Let me scroll down a little bit more. Read a couple more. We're going to jump back in this one. Lyrics to say, my sister called me on my job one time talking about she ran out of gas at the gas station with the kids in the car. I left my job to go fill up a tank up, and she was parked right at the tank. Come on, man. So I thought when you said she ran out of gas, I just immediately assumed that she was stuck out on the street somewhere. She was at the tank. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move back. There's so many things I can say on this one, but you at the tank? You can't put what you Oprah Winfrey on the. Yeah, I remember years back, Oprah Winfrey went up to the gas station when she was driving her car by herself, and she didn't know how to put the gas in there. She didn't know how to the pump work. Is that what it is? She don't know how to pump work. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she don't know how to pump work. Maybe, you know, the credit card, she didn't know how to put the card in the machine, so therefore you had to go help her. I think that got to be what it is, because there's no way you had to pump asking me for $50 and you had to pump. That's like being in the drive-thru at Burger King and telling me, hey, I need something to eat. You at the drive-thru. Why don't you pay? So I'm just saying, you ain't know you ain't have no money for you went there? Just saying. I'll keep on moving. Let me read a couple more. Let's get back into this, because I tell you, people do the most. I can relate. My dad stopped talking to me for a few years because I stood up to him for my sister, whom I don't even like, because I'm the truth-telling scapegoat black sheep. Again, when it's you, they want to stop talking to you, and when they're involved. But as long as you're on their side, as long as you being their little flying monkey or their enabler, oh, it's all good. Everything hunky-dory. But as soon as you stand up to one of these narcissistic family members, oh, we got an issue now. We got an issue. We got a problem. I'm going to stop to punish you. I'm going to stop speaking to you. See? I just want to let you know, with me, I ain't talking about nobody else. See, with me, if you think you punishing me by stop speaking to me, you're doing me a favor, because now I got more time to do what I want to do anyway. See, God has built me a little bit different in that aspect. Shannon and I talked about this before too. A lot of people think they can get at me if they stop talking to me or they don't call me anymore. Man, I don't be on the phone like that anyway, unless it's something to do with real estate or some kind of business, life coaching or something. One. Two, you think you hurting me by not talking to me anymore? I don't care. I mean, am I being mean? I mean, okay, you stop talking to me, and I realize it's something to do with you. It ain't me. See, I used to think it was something to do with me, but then when I realized, no, it's something to do with them, you not talking to me, man, so what, man? Oh, that little quiet clap. Thank you. I mean, you're not hurting anything over here. But people think by not talking to you, they really think, especially in a family, they think that they hurt you. You know what, y'all? We go gather up like there's a football huddle, a football team, all 53 members on a football team. They got 53 people that's assigned on the team in the NFL. But my thing is, the family gathers up, the 53 family members gather up and have a meeting without you, obviously, to talk about how they not going to talk to you anymore and how they not going to support you anymore. Well, hell, last time I checked, you wasn't supporting me from jump anyway. I'm just saying, let's just put the truth out and go ahead and tell the thing, tell it what it is. You never supported me from day one anyway. Oh, you think by birthing me, you think I'm supposed to owe you something? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. So since you know that old saying, I brought you into this world, I'll take you out. I didn't ask you to bring me here. I was a baby. I didn't know. I'm just saying. So people will do the most and get the family members all together. And I know it hurts. I get that. It hurts. When 53 family members get together, I'm just using that number. Don't ask me why. When 53 family members get together and just stop talking to you, it's going to hurt. But what you got to understand is, you know what? These people that's not talking to me, think about all the things you did for the family. Think about all the times you provided things for the family. Just think about all that. And then I want you to think a little bit deeper and be like, look how much money I'm saving. Look how much time I have to myself. Look how many conversations I don't have to have with these people. I'm just saying. I mean, is it just me? It might just be me. I don't know. It might just be me. But I'm just saying, when it comes to stuff like that, you not talking to me, that's not going to hurt me. It is what I didn't already get it to God. I already talked to God about that. So if you're not talking to me, you're lost. I mean, that's all I can say. Whatever. It is what it is. But people will do that thinking they gonna hurt you. They go turn your family against you, thinking that's gonna hurt you. And like I said, it does hurt. But when you realize you got family, you might have not found them yet. You might not even know their name yet, but you have family. God with you 24/7. But if you want family, and don't believe the hype about blood is thicker than water, because the lie detector determined, y'all know what I'm about to say, that is a lie. Blood is not thicker than water. A lot of people that's blood related don't like you, so there's that. I'm just saying. So when it comes to a narcissistic family, your own mom and daddy don't like you, and we gonna sit there and blood is thicker than water. It ain't. It ain't. No, I don't think so. All right, y'all, let's keep moving. I just see y'all that went off. Let me keep moving. Let me go back into this thing so we won't be in here too long. So stop believing that hype about blood is thicker than water. Is my wife, hold on, let me pull that one up. Shannon just said, hold on, let me catch it before it pop up. Blood of the covenant is thicker. Do y'all understand that? Stop believing the hype about blood is thicker than water. We family, we go be together, you know what I'm saying? You part of this family, go be, and then most of your family, when you start a business, when you start something, I ain't talking about a big being, whatever you start or you start doing something, they won't support you. You start dating a certain person that the family don't like, they all against you, but they want to manipulate and triangulate other family members not to like that person or not to like you. Man, come on, man. We all adults in here. So you trying to do that thing. That's why I say blood not thicker than water. Nah, it ain't. It's all good over here. That's all I can say. I'm Gucci over here. In my household, we Gucci over here. So you're not talking to me. You just did us a favor. So that's cool. That's less people. I can delete people on my phone. I got more storage space to take more pictures and do more videos to drop to y'all. So you doing me a huge favor by not talking to me. I want to make that clear to whoever that's going to. Hey, how you doing, Monique McCray? Welcome. Thank you for being here. So let's see. Where was I at? Oh, hold on. You know what? Let me jump over here. I got some things I want to read over here. So this is from TailoredCounselingGroup.com. It says how to deal with narcissistic family members. There's 5 quick things that you can do to deal with narcissistic. Notice I didn't say narcissistic mother, I didn't say brother, narcissistic family member, whoever they are. Children, yeah, they in there too. So the first thing it says avoid direct confrontation with these people. Avoid direct confrontation with these people because those with NPD are extremely sensitive to criticism. Calling a true narcissist a narcissist, somebody, I know people that have done that, calling a true narcissist a narcissist typically backfires and worsens the situation. So avoid direct confrontation with the narcissist in your family, whoever that is. Number two, don't accept harmful behavior. See, they come over there, they threatening you and doing all these things. They got this number you can dial. There's only 3 numbers. You can remember that. Some of y'all didn't heard it before. It's called 911. Yeah, I know some of y'all, well, that's my brother, man. Bump that. Go ahead, call 911. Go ahead, get your case and go ahead and say, hey, he threatened me. She threatened me. My dad came over here and threatened. Whatever the case is, do not accept harmful behavior because some of y'all think, well, that's my family. They would never hurt me. Okay, let's rewind. Let's backtrack. So going back to the family would never hurt me, but you know they beating they husband. I'm talking about the woman in there fighting with her husband all the time. The husband in there beating their wife all the time, but you think they won't hurt you? Think about it. You only the cousin or the sister or the brother or whatever the case, whatever you is to them, and they beating their own spouse all the time. What this? And I say beating, I ain't just talking about physical. I'm talking about mentally, emotionally. You know, all that stuff. They're doing this all the time, day in and day out. And you think they want to do it to you? Okay. We can agree to disagree on that because let me tell you, they're going to do it to you just like they're doing it to them because, see, evil going to do what evil do, and it doesn't matter the person that's standing in front of them. See, y'all talk about the black eyes and the red eyes. Think about when they flip out and do this to their spouse and you pull up on the scene, think you go break them up. They go do the same thing they just did to their spouse to you as well. Ask me how I know. Like George just said, Pink Girl T say they would do worse because you the family member. I'm just saying. So number 3 say focus on choices. So whatever choices you make, you need to be laser focused on the choice you make. Go back to number 2. If you go call the police, you need to be laser focused. Okay, this choice is going to probably break the family up even more. Oh, well, you either want to protect your immediate family or you're trying to protect the whole family. Last time I checked, none of y'all God or Jesus, I don't know why y'all think y'all can protect the whole family from the raft and everything that's going on. I'm trying to protect my immediate family. So you bring that to my doorstep, we go dial 911 if I have to. I got other means, but if I have to, I want to do it the right way, do the paperwork way. We go dial 911 and we go start a case and I'll see you in court. Shannon did it before. I'm just telling you, it doesn't matter. I've called before somebody. Man, look here, bro. I ain't got time for that. So number 4, and this is a good one. I like number 4, actually, almost as good as number 1 about the avoiding direct confrontation. Number 4 says set limits. See, some of y'all, when I think of setting limits, when they have the family reunion or the holiday and things like that, and everybody come down, you know, see, y'all know, right? Y'all not gonna tell me in here. I don't think y'all gonna tell me, but y'all know y'all don't get along with most of y'all family anyway. Think about what I'm saying. You might have not known if they was narcissists or not, but you know you don't get along with most of your family. Think about what I'm saying. So, but you want to put yourself in a position to where they're going to get a reaction out of you. So you basically setting yourself up for failure at Thanksgiving, at Christmas, at the family reunion, at 4th of July, whatever holiday you want to go and be around the family. So you over there with the family and then things don't sit right with your spirit and you stay there. Hey, how you doing, Kenyatta? You stay there. See, somebody like me, that's why I told you I like having a hotel room. Because the thing about it is, if I do go to the family and things don't sit right with my spirit or the narcissist start to show their ugly face, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to stand up. I'm going to get my wife. Or if I'm there by myself, it doesn't matter. I'm going to stand up. My keys are always in my pocket. I'm always ready to go. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to drive up. See, some of y'all stay there. Y'all don't set limits on, see, you got time limits. It's just like when I'm watering the grass, I set my watch for 15 minutes because it's a time limit. I can't let it run all night. So I set it for 15 minutes so I can go there and change the water. So it's the same thing with this family. See, you got to set a time limit. Okay, like you can even make a pact with your wife before you get there. Like, look, we don't want to be here anyway, but we go be nice. So we got 1 hour. But some of y'all let that clock go off. You feel a buzz. Y'all got smartwatches like I do. It's buzzing and dinging and doing out. Y'all sit there for 2 more hours. And then guess what? In them 2 hours, something happens that changes everything. And you like, man, I wish I would have left. Well, you didn't set limits. Setting limits, setting boundaries to me is one and the same, if you think about it. So number 5, the last one, it say get support and professional counseling. See, some of y'all go to counseling with the narcissistic mama, with the narcissistic brother or sister, and y'all think that's going to help. The lie detector determined that is a lie. Only thing that's going to happen is the narcissist is going to lie, and then lie some more, and then lie again, and then lie about the lies they told at each session to the doctor that's supposed to be able to pick up on narcissism, but they don't. That's just beyond they don't pick up on narcissism because they get manipulated just like we do. But y'all think just because they got a PhD, they should. Well, let me tell you, I thought about doing a psychology degree, and when I started looking at it, let me tell you, they only breeze by narcissism. When I say breeze by, just like I said, it's like you ever drove through a town and they got one red light, and before you know, you blink, you're like, man, we out the town. That's just how the training is on narcissists in psychology. It real quick. I think all they do is say the word narcissist, and they keep on moving. I don't think they say what it is. And I might be being a little funny right now, but I'm just saying, I don't think when I was looking at the curriculum, it talked about all kind of other stuff. It talked about childhood trauma. They went over that extensively. It talked about adult trauma extensively. They went over, different phases of abuse and all these different things. And then when it came to narcissists, it was like, I don't even think it was a chapter. It was. I think you just read it. It was like narcissists. Okay, on to the next chapter. Well, no. We need to rewind. We need to talk about this subject right here. We need to talk about what is narcissist, because but they don't. They don't. So we can't just sit there and think the person with the PhD knows about narcissists, because guess what? They in a narcissistic triangulation family, and they get manipulated by their mama or their daddy, and they got a PhD. So let that sink in just for a second. So when they come to you and you bring in a full-fledged narcissist, guess what's about to happen? Triangulation going to happen right there in the office, because what's going to happen is the narcissist is going to trick the psychiatrist or the counselor, whatever, into going against you. Ask me how I know. See, I think I'm be making this stuff up, but y'all know I'm telling the truth. So triangulation is happening right there in the little office with the psychiatrist, and you don't realize it until you're already out of there. You're like, well, she went against everything y'all said. That's because the narcissist sitting there tricking her, and she getting tricked by a narcissist at home, so they can't figure out what's going on. I'll tell you, this is good. God just gave me this. See, it's a familiar spirit, so they're already getting triangulated by the people at their house. So when they sit down in this office and you come in with your narcissistic husband or wife, now they recognize a familiar spirit and they can't call it out because they used to it. So that's why the narcissist can sit there and tell them what they want. They can stand up and curse them out, and you can see the fear in their eyes. They're not going to say anything because they're used to that at home. I'm just saying. But triangulation, y'all thought we were just going to talk about families, but no, we're going to talk about triangulation all over the place. I'm just telling you, it happens in the doctor office. It happens in the psychiatry. It happens in the church. It happens at work. Triangulation happens all over the place, especially when you're dealing with narcissists. That's what we're talking about. Let's keep moving. It's 8 o'clock. Let's keep moving. We might be able to get out here on time. So again, those 5: avoid direct confrontation, don't accept harmful behaviors, focus on choices, set limits or boundaries, and get support and professional counseling. But the support that you get and the counseling that you go to, you got to make sure that they understand what narcissists all about. If they don't understand, it might not be the professional counselor for you. I'm just saying. Because what's going to happen is what I just said. Hold on, let me see. I seen something pop up. Hold on, let me go back to this. Ms. Roy, you say lukewarm people are more likely to agree with evil than righteousness. They are more familiar with evilness because they are on the fence type people. She just broke down everything I just said. Thank you for that. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. So they lukewarm. They not necessarily Christ followers. So you got to realize that when you dealing with this type person, and that's your counselor or your coach, your life coach, your therapist, whatever name title they use, when you sit down with this person and you bring in a familiar spirit or a narcissist, and like she said, they on the fence already, they go agree with the evil because they're like, well, you know. See, they know the science side. They know the books, the science. And I get it. Like I said before, it's a place for science. But over here on this here channel, we're not talking about science so much. I can, but we talk about a biblical perspective over here. So when I'm talking about narcissistic triangulation, if I was to do the scientific thing, it'd be some big words and stuff that I wouldn't understand. I have to Google or ask Rizzo what that mean, or ask my wife what that mean, because I don't really know what them words. They're gonna say all these big scientific words. But we want to get down to the meat and potato. We want to get down to the nitty gritty. We want to understand what this thing is, and we break it down in layman's terms. Well, like Shannon just said. I clicked on the wrong one. Hold on. She said, Bible versus DSM, only one heals. Bible versus DSM. Y'all giving me too much content in here. Thank y'all for sharing. Look here. Thank you for that, Miss Roy. I like that. I like that. Okay, let's jump back into this. So I got a few more things to read, but we're gonna break down, like scapegoat and all these. It's not gonna take long. But hold on, let me get back into this message so we can go ahead and close this one out. Let's see, where was it at? Okay, here we go. So narcissistic families will use whomever, whatever you want to say, in the family for their gain, children included. So stop thinking that the children, I know y'all like, well, it's the children, Solomon. They the little children. And I get it. I love children, but children can be narcissists too. Children can manipulate the parents against one another. Ask me how I know. I'm just saying. I just saying what Dennis say. YouTube keeps deleting my channel. I think it's because I commented to other videos like Pink Girl Teachers and others telling what the narc has said to me. So now they must think I was being mean. We're gonna pray about that. There ain't no telling what's going on, but hopefully that's not what it is, because we all talk about narcissists. If that's the case, my channel and Shannon channel, we all should be deleted. I'm just saying. But we hope that's not what it is. Again, we got to watch the people that's around us, because these people do evil stuff. They'll get in there and, mess with your phone and come to your stuff. I'm just saying, hey, how you doing? I ain't see you, Tisha Blair. How you doing, fam? I ain't even see you. You snuck in here. You snuck it. I ain't see your thing. I'm going on. You know how I do. But okay, let's keep moving. But hopefully that's not what they're doing. So let's keep moving. So what happens when it isn't a conflict and we bring in another Christ follower? Let me break this down. This is a scenario. So what I'm saying is, what happens when it's not a conflict? What happens when you're not dealing with a narcissist? What happens when you go to counseling with a regular person? I'm talking about, follow me. This happens. This is real. It actually happens. Think about it. They have two regular people that go into counseling with a counselor that understands narcissist abuse. They understand trauma. They understand, most of all, they understand who God is. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, when two regular folk get with another regular person, you can have regular conversation. So my point is, what happens when it isn't a conflict is when two people get married and they don't have all this narcissism and evil stuff going on around them, and then they go together with God. They know who God is. See, they bring in God. So it changes the dynamic on everything. But see, when two people get together and one of them narcissist, or one of them come from a narcissistic family, and they still got some of that, Shannon like to call it, narc juice on them. I bet that narc juice stink. But anyway, when they got some of that on them, you got to realize and understand that, see, those two are not equally yoked. It ain't going to work out like you think it is. It's going to end up badly for somebody. I'm just saying, it will, because, see, one of them is a Christ follower. One of them, I told you about the triangulation. They working with the devil. They working with the devil, and they trying to triangulate you. And here it is, you got God fighting the battle, but you got the person, you sleeping with the enemy right in your own house. I'm just saying. it happens. Okay, let's keep moving. Next Bible verse. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their toil. So I had to go read. I said, what is toil? What is that? I said, what actually is toil? So I went quickly search. Toil, work extremely hard, or did y'all know what that means? Y'all might have known. I thought I always learn something new. I was like, what does it actually mean? So see, again, 2 are better than 1. So we're talking about triangulation though. Let's go back to triangulation. Let's break this down again. So we're going back to triangulation. In the verse, it says 2 are better than 1. We understand that. It say because they have a good reward for the toil. So if you got 2 people that's working together on the same page and the same book on the same accord, trying to get to the same ending, they working extremely hard to get other people to understand narcissist abuse, to get other people to understand what Christ is, Jesus dying for their sin. They working together. But see, when you got 2 or more people that's not on the same page, and one of them narcissist, and the other one doing this stuff over here, and they cheating on each other and having fights every day, day in and day out. See, what's going to happen is they not gonna get rewarded because they working hard, but working hard on something else. See what I'm saying? So it's different. So you got to understand that sometimes you meet these people and you jump into bed with these people just a little bit too quick. We adults, so we can talk about this. So you jump into bed with them a little too quick, and then you want to get a breakdown. You can go to Shannon and broke this down a few times. You get what they have, a soul time. So now you setting yourself up for narcissistic triangulation because you didn't got with a narcissist or a Jezebel, which is still a narcissist, or you got with an Ahab, or you got with a covert female, whatever. You got with a y'all get what I'm saying. So you didn't got with one of these people, you didn't slept with them, and now you didn't fell in love with them. But then we have to examine what love really is. I didn't broke that down. Go watch one of my old videos. I forgot what it's called. I can't think of it right now. But you think you're in love, but really it's lust, and then you're attracted to pecs and muscles, or if you're the guy, you're attracted to curves and lips and eyes, not realizing that she ain't nothing but a Jezebel in disguise. I just rhymed. I'm rhyming. You attracted to a Jezebel in disguise, but you looking at her eyes and her lips. Oh, she got beautiful hair, and I love her green eyes and her curves shaped like a Coke bottle. She's a 10. No, she a quarter. Let me explain why I say she a quarter. It's not that you're getting, well, yeah, you're getting more. See, when they say 10, they say a dime piece. That's what men used to call it. I don't know what they call them now, but they say a 10, she's a dime piece. I'm saying she's a quarter if she's a narcissist, because you're going to get more than what you want. See, in this situation, you think you're getting everything that you want, but you're getting everything that you don't need. Oh, let me break that down. So you're attracted to, like Georgia said, she said you're attracted to a disaster. So you're attracted to this woman, or you're attracted to this man, and it's physical. And see, the narcissist, they gonna play mental mind games with you. So you thinking you have found the one. You think this is it. Your other marriages didn't work out, or you never been married before, but your boyfriend's girlfriend never worked out. So you're thinking this is the one. This has got to be the one, because I prayed to God to send me a man. I done told you about that before. You got to be specific. You prayed to God to send you a man, and you see this man, and I always say Walmart. I don't know why. Walmart need to give me something. But you see this man in Walmart on aisle 10, and you like, that is him. That got to be him. Not realizing he just left his wife at home and his children at home to come out to Walmart, because Walmart is his pickup area. And here you come, jolly joker, not even knowing you're a jolly joker. You come over there to talk to him. And then we end up where we end up at. So again, let's go back to triangulation. It's a different spin on it. So he has the wife at home. You talking to him now. So you what they call it, the side piece or the side chick. That's what you are now. So triangulation, again, he's manipulating the wife, saying he's not cheating, and he just went to the Walmart, but yet and still he just got your phone number, and you sending them nude pictures already. Y'all didn't have sex on the first date, and boom, we done boom, boom, boom. And before you know it, we fast forward 12 months, and then you realize he married. I'm like, man, come on. But it goes back to what I've said before. We don't do no background checks. We just look at these people, oh, they look nice. They got a lot of people look nice, but they evil inside. They got a lot of people that talk a good game, but they action don't line up. So you getting a narcissistic triangulation in a different aspect. So he lying to you, lying to the wife. Therefore, we got triangulation again. Another breakdown, another spin on it. You know, we didn't talk about church. We didn't talk about a few different things. So you have to understand that. And to my fellas, same thing with you. You see that girl across the street, you looking at her whatever, you know, guys look at different things, and you go run your little goofy butt over there, and you like, well, this is her. I prayed to God for a fine woman. Yes, she is fine. It just wasn't that woman, but you run over there and you just got your fresh cut, you looking good, and you walk over there and she tell you everything you want to hear. And you tell her everything you look for in a woman. Bad idea, but you tell her. And then you sleep with her within a week or two. Now you got a soul tie. Like I told you, want to learn more about soul ties. Shannon has broken this down a few times. Now you got a soul tie. Now you with a narcissist. Now we fast forward 9 months later, she then had a baby. And we fast forward now, you find out her dad is a narcissist. You find out she was abused as a child because you didn't take the time to get to know this person. You just saw what you saw, seen what you seen, and did what you did. And now you in the position you in. Hey, how you doing, Yoke Breaker 76? Welcome. So now you're in a situation that you should have never been in because you didn't take the time to understand the person. And I get it. You see this person, like, man, they're attractive. I'm going, you know, but it's more to it, especially knowing what we know now. We shouldn't be wanting to sleep with the person on the first date. Heck, we shouldn't be wanting to sleep with a person on no date. I'm just saying. I ain't judging none of y'all, none of that. Y'all do what y'all do. But what I am saying, if you want to avoid narcissists or narcissistic triangulation and not get caught up in a situation to where the husband, like I just told you in Walmart, and you going over there talking to him, see, he ain't got to say, I got my ring on now, but, you know, it's so easy to slide a ring off. But what I'm telling you, that husband at Walmart with his ring off, see, he never really read his ring, so that's why he got a ring around his finger anyway. He always somebody got to take it off for work. Boy, you bad grocery at the store. Why you got to take your ring off? You ain't no electrician. You're not a mechanic, but that's another story. But he take his ring off, lying to his wife, again, manipulating, lying to his wife. And there you go. But we don't take the time to figure out and understand, like, man, hold on, man. This something not right. Yeah, something not right. You doing something wrong. I'm just saying. Charlene said, she said, amen, brother. Say some of us wanted the two so badly that we compromised and ended up with a narcissist. But now we know the truth, and the truth has made us free. John, hey man, thank you for that. May God return that to you over and over again. Thank you for that super chat. God bless you. And you're right. We all had to learn. I'm not saying that I knew all this years ago, but I'm telling you what I know now. And I'm telling you what I've learned about narcissistic triangulation. I'm telling you what I've learned about narcissists in whole or general or whatever word you want to use. I'm telling you what men do. I'm telling you what women do. I talk about it all. So that's to all the people that say I just talk about men, but whatever. Whatever. But thank you for that. God bless you for that. All right, let's keep moving. Last week we went 3 hours. I'm trying not to do that this time. So let's keep moving. So it's a doozy what I'm about to tell y'all. Y'all done heard this before, but this next part, I'm gonna put it up there for like 5 seconds. I want you to process this because a lot of people think this is not true. I might be wrong. If you disagree with this next thing, I didn't pull this from Google. I actually put this in myself. You don't agree, that's fine. But let's see if we agree or not. Let's see. Mothers. Okay, I said I was gonna wait 5 seconds. See, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, it bet I'm done. Mothers and fathers are raising baby narcissists. What I mean by that? See, we talked about familiar spirits earlier. We didn't talk about triangulation a few different ways. How you doing, Kingdom Minded Evangelist? Hey, how you doing, fam? We didn't talk about triangulation several different scenarios. But in this particular situation, we're going back to the regular family. The mother and the father, they are raising baby narcissists. Why do I say that? Because if you really do research on this thing and you look at the dynamics, if the mom or dad is not, or both of them narcissists, we have seen cases where both of them can be narcissists. Wouldn't you understand? Wouldn't you think? Let's say they got 5 children. We're gonna do this scenario. Let's say they got 5 children. Let's say they got 4. We're going to use 4. Let's say they got 4 children. Wouldn't you think 1 out of the 4 probably going to end up narcissist? I'll wait. I mean, y'all can answer the question. Just think about what I'm saying. If the mom or dad or both are narcissists and they have 4 children, wouldn't you think that one of those, at least one, it could be more, but at least one of those children go end up narcissist? And it goes back to the narcissistic triangulation. See, if the parent is narcissist, he's going to manipulate the wife, or the wife narcissist, he's going to manipulate the husband. But remember, it takes 3. So they go take one of them children, manipulate them, and therefore it goes back to this statement: mothers and fathers are raising baby narcissists. So I see, yep. I see sadly, yes. I see sadly, yep. So, yeah. So people are agreeing with me. So you have to understand, back to narcissistic triangulation, if the parent is narcissist and then we got a child that's narcissist, follow me, that child grows up from a baby. When I say baby, you know, they 10, whatever. Hey, how you doing, Miss Spanish lady? Welcome. So Jessica Cloud, how you doing? So you got to understand, when they 10, 15, 20 years old, at some point they're going to become an adult is what I'm getting to. So at some point they become an adult. So what happens? Somebody, if it's a female narcissist, it's going to be a male narcissist, go over there and talk to this person. If it's a male narcissist, it's going to be a female person, go over there and talk to. And guess what happens? You end up with a narcissist. So then what happens again? Guess what? That's why I love my wife channel. Break the chain. See, if you don't catch this thing back then with the original mom and daddy, you're going to be in a situation where you're a Christ follower, a believer, whatever, but you married a narcissist. Y'all have a child together. And guess what? If y'all have 4 children or 3 children, whatever the case is, I can guarantee you that one of them children is going to end up narcissist. So the triangulation then went triangulation here. Now they went into your household. If y'all don't stop it, that child is going to grow up to be an adult. And guess what? He's going to marry somebody. And then guess what? They go bring in another baby narcissist. And then the cycle continues. So at some point, at some time, like Shannon always said on the chain, you're going to have to break the chain. You got to figure out that, hold on. If my great-grandmama, you know, some of y'all say grandmama, was with a narcissist, you realize that your great-grandfather was a narcissist. And then you realize that your grandmother was a narcissist. And then you realize that your mama might be a narcissist. When you realize that you just married a narcissist. Okay, well, hold on. So we didn't went through 4 generations. So when we go stop it? I'm just saying, some point or sometime we got to do something about this. We got to say time out, throw a flag on the play, like, hold on. It's going to have to stop somewhere. It's going to have to stop with one of us. Going to have to say something, and they not going to like it. I don't care. I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here to really be loved. I'm just here to spread the message and do what God told me to do. So it's not about like to break the cycle. Exactly. You have to do it, because if you don't do it, man, it's going to continue going on generation after generation after generation after generation, and it just continue mass producing baby narcissists, narcissist after narcissist, narcissist after. That's why I say it's more than 1% when it comes to narcissists in the world, like they say. Scientific people, they say that. Children of narcissists have a difficult life, often taking on certain roles to try and get through. Growing up in a toxic household. So you got to realize, if you're the child of a narcissist, you already got a difficult life. But if you one out of that 4 that we just discussed, and you happen to be the narcissist, think about how your dynamics going to change when you finally get out there and start dating and get a wife or get a husband, and boom, there you go. I'm just saying. So moving along. So notice, a family can be full of narcissists. See, a lot of times we like to think, oh, it's only 1 or 2. No, a family can be full of these narcissists, because if it goes back to what I just said, if the husband or wife is narcissist, or both, it can be 2 of them. Now, that don't usually work out too good, but it can be 2 narcissists. Remember, it's a spirit. So you got to remember that. Don't get caught up on the scientific side, and don't forget that this is a spirit. So if the husband and wife both are narcissists, let's use that scenario. If they both narcissists, and they raising a household of 4, 6, or 8 children in the household, who's to say that each one of them children not narcissists? I know y'all like, well, Solomon, that can't be. Why not? I mean, why not? Think about it. If they both narcissists, it's no different. Let me flip this on. It's no different than everybody in the household being racist. Let's say that. So if the mom and dad is racist and they got 5 to 8 children, You don't think that all 5 to 8 children gonna end up racist? Now, just think about that. Okay, y'all don't. Okay. Let's go this right. If the husband and wife, we can go either way. I don't really talk politics. We're gonna go this route. If the husband and wife is Democrats, all the family been Democrats, and they got 5 to 8 children in the household, 9 times out of 10, them 5 to 8 children gonna be Democrat or Republican. You know what? Okay, y'all don't believe. Okay, let's go another. Let's go. I'm trying to get to y'all. I'm gonna get to y'all in sports. Say I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. Now, if your family is really deep and rich and y'all all a particular sports team fan, most likely, if the husband and wife are this sports fan, whether it's college, sports, football, basketball, it's a foregone conclusion that most of the children go celebrate that same team, whether it's Alabama football, LSU, or the Saints, or whatever, if it's basketball. Just think about what I'm saying. So it's a foregone conclusion that they all go grow up like that. So let's go all the way back to what I started with the narcissists in the family. So if the husband and wife are narcissists and they got 5 to 8 children in the house, it can happen that all 5 to 8 children can end up narcissists as well. So now we got 10 people in one household that are narcissists, and they are triangulating and manipulating and doing all kind of stuff, and everybody they come in contact with, they doing all these things, and there you go. I'm just saying. We coming down to the end. So Romans 10:9, because if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. You just got to confess that. Now, we didn't came across narcissistic people that say they believe in Jesus, but they do evil stuff. So make that make sense. So there's a few things I want to read, and we're going to get out of here. I'm going to pray we're going to get out of here. So it's about the scapegoat, the shirt I got on, and a few of the other characteristics of, and this comes from narcissistfamilyfiles.com, narcissistfamilyfiles.com. So here we go. Enabler, codependent, can be one of the children. The primary enabler in a narcissistic family is usually a partner, spouse, but may be a parent or a child. Yeah, I think I was gonna say it's on there. Or a child. See, a lot of people always they want to argue, man, it's children. Why? Because children can be narcissists too. So I'm gonna say it again. An enabler / codependent, the primary enabler in a narcissistic family is usually a partner / spouse, but may be a parent. That's why I've been talking about parents this whole show today, or a child. Flying monkeys. Flying monkeys are in the household too, because it's all part of the thing. So flying monkey, often one or more children or other relatives in the narcissistic family. Flying monkeys are enablers who also perpetrate the narcissist abuse on targeted victims. So again, it goes back to what I just said. If the husband and wife are narcissists, they raising a bunch of baby narcissists, and then they got aunts and uncles that's gathering in. Go back to the 53 people. The 53 people, they all a bunch of flying monkeys, enablers, and narcissists. And somebody said this one earlier, golden child. So the golden child, the narcissist parent, idolized favorite. I'll read it again. The golden child, the narcissist parents' idolized favorite, bestowed with special status. So they up on a pedestal. That's the one that can't do no wrong. That's the one they love. They go to school, they don't go to school, they get married, don't get married. It doesn't matter what he or she does. If they the golden child status, the family, they look past them being narcissists or doing evil stuff, or they look past all that because they are the golden child. So let's go to the last one. This is the shirt that I have on. Again, if you want to get this shirt, www.narcfreeliving.com. Scapegoat. The child targeted as scapegoat functions as a projection screen for the narcissist's self-hatred. Let's read that again. That was a lot to unpack. Scapegoat. The child targeted as a scapegoat functions as a projection screen. Think about a projection screen projecting at the movie theater. So they function as a projection screen for the narcissist's self-hatred, rage, and disappointment. So everything that the narcissists don't like about themselves, scapegoat. Everything that they didn't deal with as a child, or didn't deal with as a child, I should say, they put it off on that scapegoat child. Scapegoat. So you have to understand, when you go through all these dynamics of a narcissist family, we're dealing with triangulation. We didn't broke this down. I think as much as I can break it down, I think I can go no deeper than this. But you have to understand that these people do evil things to anybody. it doesn't even matter. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter. So I want to leave you with a few things. So this is called a narcissistic family glossary of terms. Some of these terms you have heard, maybe some of them you have not. Again, the narcissistic family glossary of terms. Some of you have heard. One, gaslighting. I've done videos about this, shorts and everything. Shannon's done video. I know Jordan. We done video about gaslighting. So if you don't know what it means, you can watch our video. But I don't want to go too deep into it. We're already at 8:26. The next one, hoovering. You get a lot of that after. I don't care if it's your family. Your mom and dad can hoover you as well. Your aunts and uncles can hoover you as well. Siblings, they do hoovering as well. Another one is called narcissistic rage. Something you need to be aware of. It's if I had to compare it, Rizzo, I might be wrong, but if I wanted to compare it, it's almost like, and me and Rizzo talked about this actually about a week ago, almost like steroid rage. You know what that means. So the people that get all these big muscles and they walk around, they got men and women, they take these steroids, these injections, but they get what they call steroid rage, or roid rage is the short term. They call it roid rage. So narcissistic rage can be similar because basically this person is acting out of character. See, before they took the steroids, they was this way, just nice, cool, mellow to themselves. But when they start injecting and basically transforming who they are as a person with these injections, with the steroids, now they get something what you call roid rage, and they start being a whole nother character. They get all these big muscles and all these things, and they become evil to everybody. So it's no different than narcissistic rage. See, narcissistic rage, when they get this evil spirit on them, and used to them being one way, but they turn and they change and they become more evil and they just vile and volatile and all these different things. So now you're dealing with somebody with a demonic spirit attached to them that, again, they know what they're doing. I know a lot of people like, well, they don't know what they're doing. They know. It's just like a child at 6 knowing they're telling a lie. So you're talking about an adult at 26 don't know that they, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. You believe what you want to believe. I'm just saying. So the next one, the last one, is projection. So again, we got gaslighting. They got many terms. Don't get me wrong. It's not the only term. This is something I just wanted to bring up before we close. Gaslighting, hoovering, narcissistic rage, and projection. Learn those terms, especially if you're dealing with narcissistic family members, because you go learn, you go grow and understand and go to learn these terms because you go see them and be going through them quite often. Again, the family members that I spoke of, scapegoat, like the shirt I have, golden child, flying monkeys, and then you got the enablers / codependents. And before that, we said how to deal with a narcissistic family member. Just don't talk to them. No contact is the only, that's the best way. No contact. It say avoid direct contact. How about just go no contact with? And when we say no contact, I'm gonna break this one down before I leave. It's blocking them on the cell phone so you ain't getting no calls or text to them. It's blocking them on social media. It's not going to the family functions like I spoke about earlier. It's not going to the family reunions or the Christmas party or just because everybody go talk. Man, look, let me tell you this before I get off here. See, if you care about what other people say about you, you already messed up already, because you're going to go through life always wondering why, people don't talk to you or why they talk to you so much. You're just always worried about what these people are saying and what they're doing. See, if you get to that point where you only care what God says to you, it doesn't really matter what these people say to you. That's what you got to get to, because, see, the people go say evil stuff. People say evil stuff on our comments sometimes. Most time we delete them because we don't want, people buying into having that negativity on our pages. So, we just delete it. But my thing is, if I go no contact with you, we not going to have no phone calls. I'm not going to go to your Facebook or your Instagram or your TikTok, or let me check and just see how they're doing. No, I'm no contact for a reason. So if I'm dealing with a narcissistic family that's been triangulating and doing different things for years, and I go no contact with the whole family, I'm going to say it again. If I go no contact with the whole family, I'm going to say it one more time so you really understand. If I go no contact with the whole family, that is what it is. It goes back to what I just said. Blocked on social media, ain't calling nobody, ain't talking to nobody, ain't going to no family reunions, no family getaways, no vacations, no trips. No, I don't care if they got the best spaghetti or food, whatever they cook over. I'm from Louisiana, wherever it is, I'm not going. And you should be the same way. So if you go on no contact and you really serious about no contact and you're really serious about your healing and you really understand what narcissistic triangulation in families is, you gonna do what you got to do to get your healing. Because I say at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say forget. I'm trying to think of the word. Remember triangulation, but it's bigger than just triangulation. It's bigger than just narcissist. If you've been through this, now you got to get through this. So now you got to get your healing. So we all done been through different forms of abuse and different, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, whatever it is, we've been through it. Some of the stuff we heal from, some of the stuff we still working on, some of the stuff we gonna be working on, and that's fine. But you have to get to that point where you trying to heal. So you with a family and they doing all this triangulation, and you realize, well, my mom always pitted me against my brother, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? My mom always pitted me against my aunt, or took the my brother and my sisters and put us against Aunt Charlene or whoever the case is. We have to understand that it's a reason why your mom or your dad did that. And then we dig deeper, then we understand that, oh, you got some, like Shannon said, you got some narc juice on you. Oh, okay. Okay, so you were trying to raise baby narcissists. Now, I might have not turned out that way, but that's what they're trying to do. They keep the family dynamics going. But on the outside looking in, it's the perfect family. Blood thicker than water. Family to the end. It's just the way it looks until you get into the family. And then some of y'all see y'all tricked. Let me tell you, tricked by these families. I'm gonna say this last thing. You tricked by these families that look so popular and look so nice. And I'll tell you this. If it looks too good to be true, then it probably isn't true. So if you're looking at this family and thinking everything is just so nice, and the cousin, he's a pastor, and the dad, he was a pastor, and then the son, he's this, and look at the wife, she started her own business. Everything is so good. They're doing. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but what I am saying, if everything is always good, you never hear anything bad about this family. Something. How they say there's something in the buttermilk ain't clean. Something ain't right, something a little off. If you go to this family, y'all didn't heard it. I didn't heard this before. Oh yeah, we never argue. What? So y'all don't have no disagreements ever? Okay. Yeah, we've been married 40 years, never had an argument, never fussed. I never left the house. The lie detector determined there was a lie. I don't know who that's for, but that's for somebody. You sit in a situation, just realize that, nah. You lying to me, sir. Sir, you lying to me, sir. Sir, you not telling the truth. 30 years and you never left the house. Y'all never. Now I ain't saying now the left the house is a different thing, because you can have people that don't. I'm saying y'all never argued, never got no kind of fuss, no nothing. And I'm not saying don't get it twisted. I'm not saying the cops had to be called. I'm just talking about a simple disagreement. People will tell you, oh no, we never disagree about anything. So this telling me that it's probably a Jezebel and an Ahab spirit. And notice I didn't say male. It's a Jezebel and an Ahab spirit somewhere in that household. That's why y'all doing the things y'all do, because it don't matter what you say, the Ahab go agree to it. Let that sink in. That probably went over some of y'all head. I'm gonna say it again. So it's a Jezebel and an Ahab spirit probably in that household. So therefore, y'all not gonna have no arguments, because the Ahab just agreeing with whatever the Jezebel say to prevent the arguments from taking place. I'm gonna leave on that. Let me read a couple of y'all comments. I'm actually done. We on time tonight. We have to go 3 hours tonight. But last Wednesday was good. I'm telling you, it was good. If you missed it, go back and watch the one on No Excuses. Because we should have no excuses for our healing. We should have no excuses for understanding narcissistic triangulation as well. Let me read a few. We're gonna pray and get up out of here. HC said, I'm stubborn. Hopefully that not bad but good. When I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. I've begun telling the no and turn my phone on do not disturb. Hey man, you got to start setting boundaries for yourself. Hey, how you doing? God bless you. Thank you for being here. Let me see, read a few more. Yo Breaksha said, they are going to judge and talk about you regardless. That's my whole point, yo. That's my whole point. It don't matter how good you are. It don't matter how bad you are. It don't matter if you riding the line or, like we said earlier, you're on the fence. They gonna talk about you no matter what you do. It doesn't matter. And he could be doing great things. They go find something to try to bring you down. That's just how people are. And I'm saying people, we talking about family tonight. That's just how families work. Because see, you got to realize, I've seen this on the TikTok and it's true. See, the thing about it, the people from your family, if y'all came from the same area or the same, city or town or whatever, See, if you're doing all these good things, you're doing all this stuff, and they start to see you, you're getting blessed and all these things. See, now they got to go in and judge themselves. Not really judge, they got to look at themselves and realize that we came from the same area. So what does that mean? How did he do it, or how did she do it? And yet I'm still in the same place doing the same thing, still on the corner, still drinking and smoking. You ain't grow up yet. You still living with your mom and them. You 40 years old, you still with your mom and dad. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So again, that's for whoever. One Love say put together. Yeah. Let me see. Let me read a few more. Let's see. Am I clicking the wrong one? My wife say, and soft Christians who don't understand that fact spend their lifetimes forego their own purpose. Hoodwinked. She got hoodwinked in caps for a reason. By the devil, thinking they can save these people. Can't save these people. You're not Jesus. You're not God. You're not saving these people. Now, you can try to help some of these people, but at some point or some time, you got to get these things over to God, or if they reprobate, I don't need to say any more about that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Charlene said, she said, you're right. Neither one of my parents ever tried to make my sister and I close, because I don't know your family, but just you saying it, because they not trying to make y'all close. See, most families want the children to be close and grow up together and help each other out. But in some families, they not trying to hear that mess. They like, nah. They want the brother and sister, or the sisters and sisters, or the brothers and whoever. They want them button heads like two bulls in a pen, fighting all the time and not liking each other, because that's just how they are. They evil. Again, they're trying to raise baby narcissists. Something just ain't right. Yeah, you're right. Something ain't right. Let me scroll down a little bit. I'm a bit up. Let me see. Dr. G said, I'm gonna read a couple more. So I remember a friend telling me about their partner of 5 years. I asked, how would you feel about a breakup? He broke up with her that night, and she blamed me for the problem. They got to blame somebody, Dr. G. They got to blame somebody, so it's your fault. Man, tell them to kick rocks with no shoes on, whoever that woman is, Dr. G. But they got to blame somebody. I mean, because sometimes some people need an eye opener. Some people do it. Some people won't. Some people take a little bit longer. But sometimes they need somebody to look at something differently and be like, you know what? This is what I see. And that person really understand and believe that, then like he did. He broke up with after 5 years. But that's a good one. I like that, Dr. G. Thank you for sharing that with us. Scroll down. Let's see what else we got in here. Let's see. HT say, I'm going in peace to the funeral, back on the plane, back home in Jesus' name. Amen. And condolences for your loss of a family member. You know, it's always tough to lose anybody. So condolences, but, you know, stand your ground, you know, pray about that thing before you go on a funeral, and, you know, do it like you said, you know, have your own boundaries, and like you just said, get back on the plane, go back home, and boom, it is what it is. I don't know no other way to say that. But don't stop being you because you're around them, is basically what I'm saying. Be you. Whoever you are right now, Christ follower, strong and learning, you know, about nothing, be that person in that funeral home as well. Because they'll try to trick you and have you, you need to stay with the family because, you know, we going to visit, you know, Aunt Marie old house, and we go have food. Man, I ain't came up for that. I came up for the funeral. I came to show my respects. Guess what? My plane take off at 3 p.m. The funeral over at 2. I got to hurry up and get to the airport. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm not rescheduling my flight. I'm gone. I'm just saying how I would do. I'm just saying. But people try to have you around there doing that stuff. Okay, two more. Let me see. Let me scroll down. Let me see. I seen something. Oh, here you go. Okay. Miss Ross, she said, my crazy narc fam showed up to my home this past weekend unannounced. Nah, we don't do that over here. We don't play that. You're going to be at the door ringing the ring doorbell and knocking, and I'll be looking at you through the window like, what you want? I mean, why are you here? You came for a visit. Okay. Yeah, you ain't called? Okay. Well, guess what? I'm about to leave, so I don't know where you're going to stay. But anyway, let me finish reading. Talking about they are worried about me and thought my phone was off. I changed my number. She didn't change. But Ross, I didn't change the number on them. I ain't hurt. I ain't sick. I just don't want, I'm sick of y'all. So I changed my number. I never gave them my address. You don't need to know where I live. You don't need my number. I'm not hurt. I'm doing okay. Matter of fact, I'm doing better than I'm away from y'all. I think we can end on that. I love that. That's funny. She said they showed up. Man, don't be showing up to my house, man. Because don't be mad. Don't be mad at me when I don't open the door. Well, I don't answer your phone call. You calling out the blue, man. Look here, bro. I ain't talked to you in how long? And you just text and call out the blue? Man, come on, bro. We okay. Well, we ain't heard from you in a while. I ain't heard from you. See, and that's the thing. They'll say they ain't heard from you in a while, but they ain't called you at all until they needed you for something. That's why they started calling you. Just let that sink in. They ain't called you for a long time, but you decided to change your phone number and move or whatever the case is. Now all of a sudden they trying to find because they need something. They need something from you. They ain't worried about you like that. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. That's the show. Hopefully, y'all was able to learn something from this about triangulation and narcissistic families. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for showing up. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the little thumbs up that's right up under the video. Just hit the like button. It helps with the algorithm, help the video get out there. Thank y'all for spending time. You sow to see the time, sow to see the money, or you did something in the comments or gave us some good, good laughs. I couldn't catch them all, but the laughs and stuff that y'all did, I thank y'all for being here. Hopefully, if this is your first time, hopefully this is not your last time. Come back. We do this every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes we in here laughing. Sometimes we talking about food. Sometimes we talking about recipes. We always gonna talk about narcissists. We always gonna talk about healing. We always gonna talk about God. We always gonna talk about Jesus. Talk about Bible. Talk about different books to read because I don't know it all. My wife don't know it all. Y'all don't know it all, but together we can accomplish great things. So just remember that. So it's always awesome to have people that know about this thing or just learn about this thing. And it's good to see new people that just learn about this because now we got people that been in the chat or been going through this thing that can, you know what, I can help you. Email me on the side or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't email everybody on the side. We have some people that always want to share, they always want to hit you up on the back channel and email you. That's for Clubhouse and hit you on the back. Hold on now. We all talking in the room. I don't need you to back channel. Tell me what you got to tell me right now. I'm just saying. So watch those people. Let your discernment help you out. You know what I'm saying? Your faith, and then watch those people. So yeah, like my wife just said, just realize you're not alone. So you just found about narcissist abuse today. You didn't found a family that we talk about this every week, week in and week out. We got videos that drop, whether it's shorts or longs or whatever, drop every day. Shannon drops videos all the time. George drop videos all the time. We always dropping videos and content. We on TikTok. So if TikTok is your thing, we over there. If you're on Facebook, we drop stuff on Facebook. Instagram, got it covered. I'm just saying. I even drop stuff. If you're on LinkedIn and you're a professional, I'm even on LinkedIn as well. I don't never talk about LinkedIn, but I'm on LinkedIn as well. If you looking for a home, go ahead, shoot my shot, like they say. I'm also a realtor as well in the Houston, Texas area. So if you're looking for a home to buy or sell, I can help you with that. See, I'm only saying it to say this. We got to start putting together our resources and figuring out how we can help one another and help others, because after narcissistic abuse, you got to realize that some people are homeless because the narcissists want to take the house. They want to sell the house, and that's okay. But knowing that you have resources, like especially you move or you're already in Texas, like, man, I need to get a house. I need to, what is a lease? Or I need to hurry up, move, or I want to move from state to state. This is where, think about what I'm saying, this is where real estate comes into play. This is where life coaching comes. This is what networking is, what I want to say, comes into play. People like Rizzo Protective Group, this is where these things come into play. This is what support groups and family really comes into play, because you're trying to move and not really tell anybody you move. Like Ms. Royce, you change your phone up, you're trying to move, but you want to get to a space where, see what I'm saying? So just remember that. So if you know somebody that's moving or you trying to move, even if it's not in Texas, hey, I can help you out. I can call the realtors up and be like, hey, let me vet them and see. Want to make sure the realtor down in North. They got them out there too. Make sure they're down in North. So I talk to them and I'm like, hey, I think this person will be good for you. They can help you do what you need to do. So just remember that. So yeah, anybody moving, remember that. But through all this, if you're dealing with narcissistic abuse, man, I'm a certified life coach. Shannon, a certified life coach. You got Jordan here, a certified life coach. Reach out to us. We can help. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying call me at 3 a.m. I ain't saying nothing like that. Matter of fact, you can't even book with me at 3 a.m. But, you go to God with things like that. But this is our family. It's all love. It's all support. So continue doing what y'all doing. Continue healing. Continue supporting one another. Continue praying for one another. Most of all, continue praying for one another, because they got so much stuff be going on around here. Believe me, as much as we got 30-some people in here right now, we all in here and laughing and having a good time or sharing. They got a lot of people. They got a lot of people that don't want to see this. They don't want to see these people together. They don't want to see the people together. Shannon gonna be lives. They don't want to see nobody in her life. They don't want to see people enjoy stuff or tell nobody. They don't want to see people in those things, because they know the more we come together, the more we start networking and grow. Hold on. Wait, see, I just seen, so hold on, I clicked on the wrong one. I just seen, see, that's why you got to mention stuff. You don't know, you just don't. She say, true, do you also do business, rental property? Yes, I can do rental properties as well. I don't do commercial yet. I haven't learned that yet. But so far as residential and leases and stuff, yes. And if I really wanted to, I could probably delve into commercial as well. So let me know. Let me know. You can hit me up. Let me know on TikTok and Instagram, whatever. And, I got all my stuff on my channel so far as getting in touch with me. So, yeah. So we trying to do everything we can to help people out because everybody always trying to do something, move, and all these things. So, yeah. And Shannon just put in the chat. Thank you for that. Okay, she put it. Okay, I didn't even see it. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm with Coldwell Banker, so that's who I'm with, and which is a global company. So, yeah, if you want to sell your house, rent your house, find your rental, buy a house, whatever, we can do that too. I'm just saying. And I know all y'all got different businesses as well, and it's just good to share those things. I don't know what everybody do. I don't know a few people what they do. I know what Shannon do. I know what Joy do. I know what myself do. I know what Rizzo does, but I don't know what a lot of people do. A lot of y'all doing different stuff, and we don't even know it because we don't talk about that. But we need to. I'm gonna do a live coming up where we all come together and we kind of share because we need to network and figure out how we can help one another. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about just money, just helping. It might be resources or stuff that we can share and just Shannon and I, we give out resources all the time, whether it's a material good or just sharing out knowledge and stuff that you can do, like buying a house. You need to know all aspects of buying a house. You need to know, hey, I need to get my credit straight. I need to get financing. I need to not buy big purchases when I buy. It's just simple stuff. But guess what? When people come to me and ask me what I need to do to get started, they don't know. They never bought a house before, so they don't know. Oh, I don't need to go buy a G-Wagon and I just got to prove to buy this house. I ain't gonna mess you up. That's all I got to say. Buy your G-Wagon after you closing your house, then you go get your G-Wagon. That's all I'm saying. But all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and pray us out of here. Thank y'all again for sharing and just being here. Remember the 1-800 domestic violence phone number. Let me find it and put that back up here. Let me see where it's at. Just remember, you're dealing with domestic violence, call that number. You're dealing with narcissist abuse. Hey, book a session with Shannon, myself. You want to do group thing, we're doing it actually tomorrow. Hey, how you doing, Lucretia Anderson? Welcome. You want to do a group coaching thing? Shannon and I just started doing it too, so you can get both of us on the group thing. So we, however y'all want to do it, it is what it is. But people need help. People need resources. People need help. So just remember that. Remember, you got people you can talk to here on the chat, and myself as well. So again, let's pray so we can get out of here, family. God, we just want to come together, just praying, just saying thank you. Thank you for another beautiful night, just a night just to come together, just share, and people share their experiences dealing with narcissist abuse and just, sharing knowledge and understanding what triangulation and narcissistic families is all about and how parents are actually raising maybe narcissists. So we want to pray against that. We want to pray against the narcissistic families. We want to pray that the stronghold that the devil has on these families, and they all around the world, on narcissists, that we just start to break those things up, and the dynamics just start to break up, and you're able to come in and just show them what their purpose is. Because a lot of time when they're in narcissist abuse, we don't understand what our purpose is, or what our walk is supposed to be, or what we're supposed to be doing, and how we're supposed to be doing it. So we just said enough for that you're able to come in and they understand that Jesus died not just for my sins, but died for their sins as well. And they understand what their purpose is and what they're supposed to be doing and how they go do it and how they're supposed to live their life. And maybe some of the music they listen to, they need to stop listening to that music, and some of the things they're doing out in the streets, they need to stop being in the streets and come home and understand what you want to do. Understand that it's things that they need to be doing before this life ends, because this life is short. It's short. Everybody thinks it's so many years, but really, if you look at it, it's really not that long. I seen somebody, I forgot what it was, but it's a football player. He died. He was just 50 years old. That's really not that long. You think of 50 years, it's really not that long. So we got to realize that we're in the last days. Things are happening. You got these music people are doing evil things, saying evil things in their lyrics and different things like that. You have to understand what's going on. You have to understand the celebrities and the different things they doing and the different movies we watch and all these different things. So we're just praying for discernment. We're praying that not only our physical eyes are open, that our spiritual eyes are open as well. We able to understand and figure out, it's okay watching the movie, but we need to understand what the movie is trying to show us. What demonic activity is actually going on in the movie. So we just want to pray for that. We want to also say thank you, just for the lights, for the air, even though it's been hot down here in Texas, we still thank you for the air. We even thank you for the heat, because, things have to happen. The grass can't grow if it's just cold. So trees and fruit can't grow if it's just cold. So we need the heat and stuff. And you also need our vitamin D and C as well, just going out and walking. And we're praying for increase in exercise as well. So we thank you for Wi-Fi and cable and YouTube and being able to come together, and people just coming together from all over the world, coming together and able to share their experience on narcissism. So I want to pray for each family that's represented here. I want to pray for our family, as they out and about and traveling or doing different things. I want to pray for our children, Heavenly Father, as well, because the children are going to grow up to be adults, and we want to make sure that we catch them while they're young. See, the devil tries to catch them while they're young as well. We want to make sure that we rebuke that, and we fight that, and we break the chains on that we're able to catch them while they're young and show them who you are, Heavenly Father. So we want to make sure we praying for our children. We praying for our loved ones. We praying for other people that are talking about narcissistic abuse and dealing with abuse on different levels. We want to pray because it's not an easy fight. So we want to make sure that we all doing this together and praying for one another and lifting one another up in prayer. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we breaking the chains of all these things. We want to make sure that we talking about this thing from a biblical perspective, and we're doing it the right way. So this and many other blessings we have. And before I go, anybody that's dealing with any kind of aches and pains or heart pains or chest pains or whatever it may be, or sickness or illness, we praying for a removal of all that as well, Heavenly Father. We don't know what everybody dealing with, but we know different people are dealing with this cardiovascular, whatever it may be. We just praying that it's just removed, Heavenly Father. The doctor might say they can do this, but we know that you can do anything. So this and many other blessings we ask in your son Jesus' name. Amen, amen, and amen. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Thank y'all for coming through, showing a little love. And we'll see y'all next time on Faith-Based Workplace. We'll see you, on the other channels and stuff. Well, Shannon will be live Saturday, 1 p.m. for sure. So we'll see y'all. So again, God bless y'all. Thank y'all. If this is your first time here, hopefully I'll see you next Wednesday and Wednesdays afterwards. And, follow the channel. Tell people, share this out. Tell people about the channel. And we growing, so I know it's happening. God is doing different things, and just got to be patient. Just remember patience. No matter what you're going through, you're trying to build something, you have to be patient. You're trying to start a channel or a business, whatever it is, you're trying to go no contact with your family, be patient. These things have to work out. So just realize that. So all right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. I'll see you next Wednesday, and I'll see you Saturday for sure on Shannon Live. And again, God bless y'all. See y'all next time. Let's play a little music. Well, hold on, let me hit y'all with the outro. And we'll play a little music, and we'll go ahead and get out of here. Starting to lose my voice a little bit. All right, y'all. Be blessed.